It's game day, Explorer fans, here in Los Angeles, California, as your Explorers are now in the Sweet 16 against the 9-seeded Wichita State Shockers. Brackets are officially busted here in Kansas City. The LaSalle men's basketball team defeats number 4-seeded Kansas State in Kansas City. Despite not knowing much about Lane Johnson, he is sure to be a good addition to this offensive line that went a dismal 4-12 last season. It was a long winter waited for the 2013 Phillies to begin their regular season. Tomorrow they face the Kansas City Royals as first pitch begins at 4:05. One of Philadelphia's most beloved attractions here in the Schuylkill River is the Dadville Regatta, which kicks off this weekend and features some of the best rowers all around the country. With the victory, San Jose State now has won 13 of their last 15 games dating back to last season. They look to continue their winning ways as they move to the Midwestern Conference in 2013. Today for LaSalle TV, we have special access to get a look at South Philadelphia's newest attraction, Xfinity Live. Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Philly Sports Spotlight. Before we get into the Phillies and Flyers woes, the Sixers look to not be eliminated from the playoffs as they take on the Brooklyn Nets at the Barclays Center. Chip Kelly has flown east this winter and is headed to a new kind of nest. The former Oregon Duck coach signs a 5-year, $32.5 million contract with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now imagine the rough streets of Kensington, Philadelphia. Football does not come easy around these parts, but one local coach is trying to make it easier for everyone in the community. Welcome everyone to a special edition of Upon Further Review as we give you our countdown of the top 10 players of all time in the National Football League. It is not always easy to see all the hard work that goes here in the George School gym mats, but it is easy to see the work of one Terry Christensen, who has been legally blind since 1994 and has been an assistant coach here since 2008. Christensen was diagnosed with a degenerative disease of his optic nerve, an event that shocked him for the rest of his life.
Oh, that was a very difficult thing because I tended to think of myself in terms of what I did for a living. I tended to think of myself as a captain. And all of a sudden, a career that I'd spent a lifetime building over the course of 8 weeks evaporated.
The Oregon native, who was the captain of a merchant marine deck, received a PhD in health sciences at Oregon State University, an accomplishment that is carried over to his coaching in Pennsylvania.
I learned a lot about mustering perseverance in the face of adversity in a wrestling room. And that's a skill, that's a life skill that has stood me in very good stead.
Coach Terry's actions and messages speak volumes to his coworkers and to his team as well.
He shows how you can rise above circumstances that life brings you that maybe, say, I can't really do something, or this is really, in the way. The kids know that he has to deal with this in his everyday life, and that can be very inspiring.
He never lets a day go by that he doesn't make clear how special it is for him to be here among this group of wrestlers and how special it is for them to be here.
Whenever I remind myself that he is blind, I always think, well, if he can be here every day practicing and working hard and coaching us, then I should push myself as hard as I can to be a better wrestler and a better person.
And if there's one message Terry Christensen would give to people after hearing his story, it would be,
For all my accomplishments, the degrees and honors and whatnot, people should not see me as an exception. They should see me as an example, because all that is within me is also within them.
an extraordinary message by an extraordinary man who was just trying to give back in honor of the sport that he loves. Reporting for Philly Sports Spotlight, I'm Mike McCoy.
Chronom is the most fun sport you can play.
And it is quickly evolving, as there is a position on the field for anyone who is involved.
I wanted to combine the best of, in a way, sort of the ultimate mashup of team sports.
The best part of Chronom is it combines so many elements of the most popular sports in the world. You have the soccer, football aspect, you have the handball and basketball, and those are three of the most popular sports in the world, and you put it all into one field, and it just involves so many people.
There's something in it for everyone. If you like to play sports and you like to be active, you step on the field, there's a spot for you.
The sport that started out as just a game between friends is now becoming a national phenomenon, with fields going on in Long Island, New York, Jersey, and even starting up in Maryland.
Guys like Skylar Jenkins and Dean Camastro, Matt Noskow, these are all ringleaders that we have, and they're from Towson and Widener and Long Island, New York. I think the more people do it and the more schools that get involved, I think more people are going to raise their hand and say, I want to do it. I want to be the guy at Penn State University. I want to be the guy at USC. I want to be the guy at Texas.
So why should someone come out and try the sport of Cronum?
It's addicting, honestly. We have guys that literally say that they're addicted to Cronum now because it just was so new and so fresh that they're like, once they play one time, they're just like, I got to get back out there.
Tell me what other sport you can head the ball, have somebody catch it, and then dunk it. I don't think that exists in any other sport.
A fresh, new, challenging sport that is a spot for anyone. So go check out the next event Cronum has to offer by visiting their website at cronum.com. Reporting for Philly Sports Spotlight, I'm Mike McCoy.